Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today I want to have a little bit of discussion as to why so many car channels on YouTube fail. Alright everybody, on the last video I asked which car do you want me to use making the next video, and I kind of got about a 50-50 vote. Rich Keenan said, drive the SS and drink a big cup of coffee, because we love it when you drink the coffee. And then Sparty Nation said, drive the supercharged 50th. And Sankey, I don't know what, you didn't really give me an answer. He said he wanted to see me tow the 50th with the RV. So I kind of count that as about half a vote. So we got about a vote and a half for the 50th. And actually, I kind of forgot that the tag for this car is a bit expired, because still probably gonna sell this car. I love it when I sit in here. I love it, but you know, like I said, we got plans. We'd like to get an RV. We want to do some traveling and stuff like that, and I got to get rid of these car payments. Although I do like the car, but still up to date. You see, I still have it, so it's not something I'm eagerly trying to get rid of. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the Camaro, because it is legal. It has a tag and everything like that, and we're gonna go have a little bit of a discussion. So get your coffee, let's drive. Pounds of boost, right where we should be. I wanted to see if this belt wasn't slipping. But yeah, boy, the tires were not happy with that at all. Just why I had the drag radials, because the Goodyear F1s cannot handle this power. At least, you know, the ZL1's got a 305. I still just have these cars gave them the 275, so I think the 305s help. But anyhow, we're here today to talk about why do so many car channels fail. And I want to kind of start out with my motto: cars, coffee, life. When I first decided to start doing like regular vlogs on YouTube, when I started this thing, I really didn't even know what vlogs were. I didn't know much about YouTube. I just kind of knew I wanted to talk about my cars, and I thought I had a pretty interesting collection that I could share with people. So, but I did realize that early on that I didn't have money to do modifications, or very many at all. And people would run out of interest in watching the channel because I wasn't modifying my cars. And that there is why, to me, so many car channels fail. I'm passing this guy. See, the problem is, unless you make it big by some chance, like Street Speed 717 or Justice 6, there lies the problem. If you're not a big YouTuber and you're just the average Joe, like 99% of us are, you don't have the money coming in. You hope that your YouTube channel will grow, and you hope to be bringing in the money to continue. But to start out, you fund all this out of your pocket, and you quickly run out of money or things to do. See, like most of us, we're average working people. We go to the dealer, we sign that note for 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it is, and we're making that payment, and that's a nice portion of your paycheck every month going to make the payment. Hopefully you have some money left over, and you can kind of go ahead and do some mods, or you can do some interesting videos. But after a while, there's only so much that you could do to a car. There's only so much you could talk about and discover on the car, and you kind of run out of stuff to do unless you have money to go ahead and trade in your vehicle and redo it. Or like Lethal Camaro, he stayed with the same car, but he's progressively made that car faster, faster, faster. He started out kind of like everything stock. I believe the first thing he did was the Pro Charger, and then when he went with the Whipple, they pulled the engine out and they did some reinforcements, and now he's taking the engine back out, and now he's making the car more of a dedicated track drag strip car versus like an autocross and drag, because I believe that was kind of his original intention. So wow, sorry guys, still got this cold, but for him, you know, he hasn't run out of stuff to do because he's bringing in good money. He's got some sponsors, and he's progressively just keeps working on the same car. But for a lot of us, you know, when the channel's small, you kind of, it's hard to keep going with that. So that's kind of, like I said, why my channel, I knew this in the beginning, and that's why I'm like Cars, Coffee, Life. I kind of wanted to vlog. I figured my life's kind of wacky, weird, and stuff. So if I didn't have car content, I still had something I could fall back onto that wasn't necessarily cars, because I never said like, hey, I'm 100% cars. I would love to be. I'll never do away with some of the interaction between me and my wife, some of the stuff that we do. I'll never go away from that. But like the Project Z28, I'm really thoroughly enjoying that, but it's costing a ton of money. I have nothing coming in, and I'm hoping that my investment in this car will help boost the channel up enough that I can continue on when this car is done, get another project, or there's still more I can do to the car. I could do more like suspension upgrades, I could do subframe connectors, I could do cross links, all the suspension parts. I can't even think of the name of them. But the lower control arms, there's cross beams in the back, and I can't even think of the name of them. But there's still more. I could beef up the rear end. I'm not sure how long that rear end will actually hold up to the power I'm going to put down. That rear end, when you're actually underneath that car, is so tiny. It's very tiny. So, but, so that to me is why a lot of YouTube channels fail. Now, it's not only because of, it's not only because of running out of money or stuff to do. What's common across the entirety of the YouTube platform is people just get burned out. It takes a lot of time and effort to put together these videos. You have to go out there and film it. You might have to refilm it. I've had times that damn take 10 takes for me to spit out what I'm trying to get done. And then you have to go edit. Like, per se, if I'm adding music to the video, especially if it's an interesting thing and I'm cutting to the beat, man, I've literally spent 2 hours trying to find a good track, believe it or not. And then you still have to put the video on there. You have to put it into your editor. You still have to cut it. You have to edit. You have to render it. And then you have to upload it. And then for me, I'm doing subtitles, which adds at least another hour. It takes me about another hour because YouTube auto-populates a transcript in English, and I have to go through that and fix it. And then I use auto translate, and I put it into German, Spanish, and Russian, because I seem to get a lot of comments from people from those three regions. So I do the auto translate. It's not the best, but if I didn't correct the English, Lord only knows what YouTube would translate it to. So I try to clean it up the best I can. So I remember when I was looking for the SS, I found a YouTuber, TJ Hulk SS. He has a green SS. He did a Whipple supercharger, suspension, wheels, tires, exhaust system. But like many of the cars, he's a channel that's kind of gone away. He hasn't posted anything in a year or more, and it's kind of sad. I don't know. Maybe he just lost interest in YouTube, or he's out of stuff to do with the car, and he doesn't have money for another car. Because I don't know, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but you know, it's just one of those things. It's a car channel that's gone away. When I was looking at the Camaro, I found a guy, Marcoon13, quite lively with his comments. But I looked at these guys, and this, I guess, is my point. I looked at these guys, and they were like 1, 2, and 3,000 subscribers, and I was like, wow, man, they have a Camaro like me. They're growing their channels. They're up there. I'm thinking at the time that they're huge. You know, 3,000 subscribers. Here I am closing in on 6. But I've been plugging away at it. Then there was Mojave, I think it was Mojave KY Chevy. He had a 15 Camaro SS. He did some mods, and he's another one, like another year or two. He hasn't posted in like a year or more, and it's just another kind of dead channel. Now, I mean, some other channels fall victim to stuff. Family Cruising. If you guys aren't familiar, he had a Hellcat channel, and he kind of got in trouble racing his car and doing some other things, and that kind of brought his channel down. So it's another thing as a YouTuber, especially a car guy, you got to be careful about broadcasting, pushing the speed limit maybe just a tad little bit and where you do it. Hence, that's why we always go to Mexico to race. So, you know, bottom line, it's just expensive to have a car channel. It's probably the most expensive channel to own and operate on YouTube. You know, like this car here, this Camaro was about 50 grand. That's what it's stickered at, 48 to 50,000. Same with the SS. I got a way better deal on the SS than this. They weren't really pushing deals on these cars. Plus, I bought it early. This is a 17, and I bought it March of 2017. But I knew I wouldn't get a deal, but because it was the 50, and I really couldn't find a whole lot of them, I jumped on one when I found it. I kind of got a little bit of deal because I dealt with that dealer before, but so, you know, you got a lot of money in the cars. You got a lot of money just in parts. You know, superchargers are several $1,000s, tires, you know, rims, if you're doing that stuff, suspension work, especially if you don't have the means to go ahead and do the work yourself, and you're paying a mechanic or somebody to do that, then it really gets expensive. So if you see a small channel that you like, the things that you could do to help them out, it costs absolutely nothing. And this is because YouTube's algorithm wants to see interaction between the people viewing the channel and the videos. And then that'll say to YouTube that, hey, people like this content, and then maybe it'll recommend it to somebody that's watching videos. Like if you're watching Camaro videos, there's so many bigger channels that are going to get recommended ahead of you versus the small channels. Small channels can be way down low in the firing order of things. So what you can do is leave a thumbs up. It shows interaction. Make a comment, even if it's small. Just say, good video, great video, say hi. That's why everybody says like, share, comment, share it. If you know somebody else that has like a similar channel, share it. Try to get the subscribers in there. And you know, like for me, trying to grow the channel, the bigger it gets, the more ad revenue comes in. That's why I try to sell t-shirts. That's why there's like, for me, I have Amazon affiliate links. It costs you nothing to use them. But if you're shopping on Amazon, come to my YouTube page, click any link down below, click on a GoPro camera, it doesn't matter. So if you click on a GoPro camera and then search for dog food and you buy the dog food, I get a little bit of a commission for directing you to Amazon. So it's a great way to help out YouTubers like me and other people for free. I said it doesn't add anything to your cost. So why not? Why not take a little bit from Amazon and help out one of your favorite YouTube channels if they have the links down below? That to me is why a lot of YouTube channels, like the car channels, just kind of disappear. It's very expensive and very hard to keep up this stuff, to keep it interesting. Like if all I had was this Camaro and I was doing stuff, I would have been done after the supercharger. It's the only thing I've done to this car except for slapping the drag radials on, and I added a gauge because I wanted to monitor how much boost I was getting, and I wanted to monitor my intake air temperatures and stuff like that. So, and I can monitor a whole bunch of, if I have any other issues with the car, I can go ahead and monitor. Like I'm getting the spark plugs they recommend for this car under boost really don't work well when the car is cold. As you can hear, it pops and crackles like nobody's business. Wow, I mean, if you could hear it in person, it quite almost make your ears ring. But yeah, oh, and the tune, I mean, I went all the way to Houston, Texas, and tuning's expensive because HP Tuners has the market on these things. Woo, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Anyhow, yeah, the tuners have to pay a bunch of money to HP Tuners for the privilege of using the software. So it's a lot of money involved into the car channels and stuff like that, and you can very quickly run out of money and run out of stuff to do. And it's kind of sad, you know, like I said, see these guys, they blew up really quick. They did really good, you know, 3,000 or more subscribers in like a year, but they're gone. And to me, that's kind of the reason why. My buddy Top Hat Plus, I found him when I was looking at the Camaro. Unfortunately, me and him have become great friends through this, but he's a lot like me. He finds other content to talk about. He finds cars to talk about, cars to review. He has his Harley that maybe he'll go out there and ride. And he talks about other things as well. So if you're going to start a car channel and you don't have the means in that to stay just on car topics, try to find some kind of way to have your love of cars involved. I started filming some Cars and Coffee, and honestly, they really didn't do good at all. It was a ton of work to walk around with that big SLR camera hung on a gimbal, videotaping that stuff and cut it to music and to get 40 views. Now Camaro Fest is a different topic. It's done really well, a couple thousand views. So hopefully Cletus and Cars will do it. Plus, I do it for myself. I go there because I want to view the shows. So we got Cletus and Cars coming up. Hopefully it's going to be fun and bring lots of views. So anyhow, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? What do you think? Why don't, if you have a car, why don't you do a car channel? Or if you have a car channel, what's your, I guess, fears of it working or not working? Or is there a car channel that you used to watch and you liked and they disappeared? Do you know why? You know, let's open this up for discussion. If you have a small car channel, you're one of my viewers, put your link down below. Go ahead and share it. Try to send your traffic your way. It's all about community and helping, man. There's more than enough here to go around. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Hopefully you enjoyed the sights, the sounds of that driving the beautiful Pro-Charged Camaro SS. Next time I'm in a Camaro, I'll probably be the ZL1, and we'll see what that supercharged Camaro feels like. And we're going to have a good time over there at Cletus and Cars, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss the finish of Project Z28. Still need to get this car to possibly Mexico, because there's no quarter-mile tracks around me. We need to see what this thing's going to do. I need to put the radials on. It's been kind of cold, which is bad for traction, and it's been raining quite a bit, and I've been sick, so we're going to get that done here hopefully shortly, sooner than later. So lots of good things coming up for the channel. So go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe. Links down below. Project Z28 shirts are now available. The Teespring store. So subscribe if you haven't. Like, share, comment. It's all absolutely free of charge, no obligation involved. Just go ahead and hit all those little buttons for me, and we shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.